there, and welcome to Sly Wagon Lessons, where I provide you with song-based instruction on playing the harmonica and the guitar together. And for today, we're going to go through a bit of a solo that I've worked out that you can slide into a song by the Spin Doctors from the early 90s. It was a huge hit for the Spin Doctors called Two Princes. All right? The main lyric goes, just go ahead now. That's how you'll remember it. I think you'll remember it. It's called Two Princes, and it's a whole lot of fun to play. It's fun to play in a band, and the guitar solo in it is particularly good. Great tone, picks up elements of the melody. We're going to try to mimic that a bit by picking up some elements of the melody on the harmonica for the first half of this solo that I'll show you, and then a little bit of noodling lower down on the harmonica in the second half of the solo. All right, so the chord progression is simple, and it's the same progression for all of the verses and the choruses. All right, it's a 4-chord progression of C, A minor, G, and F. C, A minor, G, and F. Now, you might have noticed that I've transposed this song to a lower key. The original by the Spin Doctors, I think, is in the key of D. I find that one a bit tough for my vocal range, so I've lowered it, transposed it to C, and I'll show you how to play on a C harmonica today, that solo. If you did want to play it in the original, you would just put the chord progression back to where it was and put a D harmonica in your rack. We're playing in first position today, all right? So I've got a C harmonica in here, and we're going to play in the key of C. So over that progression would be the first verse, I think, goes 1, 2, princes kneel before you. That's what I said now. Princes, princes who adore you. Just go ahead now. 1, 2, there's diamonds in his pocket, and that's some bread now. This one would like to buy you rockets, ain't in his head now. Then there's a bit of scat over another couple times through that progression. Then a second verse, and then they're building to the chorus, which again uses that same chord progression, but with a bit of a bridge that is squeezed in the middle there that just has 3 chords in it as well. An F, the C, back to the F, and up to the G. All right? So you might remember that. It's marry him, marry me. I'm the one who loves you, baby, can't you see? I ain't got no family or fortune. I ain't got no fortune or family tree, but I know what a prince and lover ought to be. I know what a prince and lover ought to be. That's how it works once you get the lyrics straightened out, going by memory there. So it's pretty simple, just collection of those verses and the chorus with that 4-chord progression, and then that bridge. As you're moving from the second verse into the chorus, you throw that bridge in there, and it ends on that G, and then they get into the chorus. So if you want to call me baby, just go ahead now, and if you would like to tell me maybe, just go ahead now, and if you want to buy me flowers, just go ahead now, and if you would like to talk for hours, just go ahead now. All right? And after that first chorus is when you can throw in the solo that I'll show you on the harmonica. Okay, so the harmonica solo that I've worked out follows the same chord structure, at least, as the guitar solo, in that you work through that 4-chord progression of the C, the A minor, the G, and the F a couple of times, so you go through it twice. And I'm playing the melody basically over those chords. And then we switch to the chord progression from the bridge, the F and the C and the F and the G. And I've just worked out a little bit of noodling on the harmonica down in the throatier part of the harmonica, but working its way up to a bit of tension then when you're hitting that G, and you can leave that hang for a while before you get back into the next chorus. All right, I'm going to play it through once at speed, then we'll slow it down and throw it up in the PictoTab. Probably going to sound a little bit different every time you play it. I find it does for me, because you emphasize different notes, hold notes a little bit longer at some points. Don't worry about it. But it's nice to end on that high note on the G. Creates a nice bit of tension before you get back into "So if you want to buy me flowers," or something like that. All right? So let me slow it down for you now and put it up in the PictoTab, and you'll recall that a blue square means you're going to blow on that hole on your diatonic harmonica, whereas a red square means you're going to draw or inhale on that one, all right? I'll try to maintain a slower pace and keep my hands centered in the chord cam there. That's that first half over the chord progression from the verses and the chorus. Now we're going to switch to the chord progression for the bridge portion. So I hope that works for you. You can go back and try that over and over and over again until it gets built up in your muscle memory, because that's what you're going to want to be able to do, is to kind of play it without thinking about it too much. Because this is a song that has a pretty heavy groove that you can get into, and really helps when you're performing this song. All right, so I hope you have a lot of fun learning and playing Two Princes, your acoustic with harmonica version of the Spin Doctors song. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you will subscribe to Sly Wagon Lessons for more song-based instruction on how to play the harmonica and the guitar together. And you know what? I hope you'll tell 2 friends and get them to subscribe as well. And I'll know you're out there, and I'll keep the lessons coming. All right? I'm going to leave you today with just a little bit more of that solo from the Spin Doctors. And hope you've enjoyed yourself, and I hope to see you again.